What if I told you that one of Christ's closest disciples witnessed the most terrifying and beautiful apocalyptic vision ever recorded? A vision so vivid, so shocking, that early Christians debated whether it belonged in Scripture itself. Tonight, we're diving into the forbidden pages of the Apocalypse of Peter, where paradise blazes with unimaginable glory and damnation burns with consequences beyond comprehension. This isn't just another apocryphal text gathering dust in ancient libraries. The Apocalypse of Peter was once considered so authentic that some early church leaders wanted it included in the New Testament canon. Written in the 2nd century, this apocalyptic vision takes us beyond the veil of death itself. Tonight, we'll explore 4 earth-shattering revelations from Peter's journey: the divine guide who leads him, the paradise that defies imagination, the justice that burns eternal, and the mercy that transforms everything. Are you ready to witness what Peter saw? Section 1. The Divine Guide. Who would you trust to guide you through the realms of eternity? In Peter's apocalyptic vision, Christ himself becomes the ultimate tour guide through heaven and hell. But this isn't the gentle Jesus of Sunday school paintings. This is Christ the Judge, Christ the Revealer, Christ whose very presence causes reality to bend and reveal its hidden truths. Peter describes following this luminous figure through doorways that don't exist in our dimension. Imagine walking beside someone whose footsteps create bridges across eternity itself. The guide speaks, and Peter's understanding expands beyond human comprehension. Every word creates new worlds of meaning. But here's what will shock you. This guide doesn't just show Peter the destinations. He reveals the why behind every divine decision. Section 2. Paradise Beyond Imagination. Close your eyes and picture the most beautiful place you've ever seen. Now multiply that by infinity, and you're still not close to Peter's description of paradise. This isn't just streets of gold. This is creation perfected. Peter witnesses rivers that flow with liquid light, carrying the prayers of the faithful directly to God's throne. Trees whose leaves whisper the names of every soul who chose love over hatred. But here's what takes your breath away: the inhabitants of paradise. These aren't ghostly spirits floating on clouds. They're more human than we are now, fully restored, completely alive, eternally growing. Peter sees souls who endured persecution now crowned with stellar glory. Children who died too young now serve as teachers of divine wisdom. The broken made whole, the mourning transformed into eternal celebration. If this is what paradise offers, what about those who rejected such glory? If these visions are stirring something deep within your spirit, join the Sacred Horizon community. Subscribe for more revelations that illuminate the divine mysteries. Section 3. Divine Justice Revealed. What does perfect justice look like when filtered through infinite love? Peter's apocalyptic vision doesn't shy away from the darkest spiritual realities. He witnesses souls trapped not by an angry God, but by their own refusal to accept love. The flames aren't external punishment. They're the burning away of everything false within us. Think of it like this. Imagine standing before perfect truth after a lifetime of believing your own lies. That burning sensation isn't God's anger. It's the pain of finally seeing clearly. Peter sees different levels of this spiritual purification. Some souls cling to hatred even when offered forgiveness. Others begin the painful but healing process of letting go. The justice isn't about punishment, it's about purification. Every soul gets exactly what they've chosen, magnified by eternity. But here's the twist that changes everything. Section 4. The Mercy that Transforms. What if I told you that Peter's vision doesn't end with eternal separation? Even in the deepest spiritual darkness, Peter witnesses something extraordinary. The prayers of the saints in paradise create bridges of light, extending even into hell itself. Mercy doesn't override justice. It fulfills it by offering transformation to anyone willing to receive it. Peter sees souls who finally stop running from love and begin their journey home. The vision reveals that God's love is more persistent than human stubbornness. Even the angels rejoice when one soul chooses healing over hatred. Peter realizes that the apocalyptic vision isn't just about the end, It's about the beginning of everything God intended. This is why the early church treasured this text. It doesn't diminish God's holiness. It reveals the ultimate purpose behind divine justice. Everything serves the goal of bringing every willing soul home. Conclusion. So what would you do if you witnessed Peter's apocalyptic vision firsthand? We've journeyed through 4 revelations tonight. Christ as the divine guide who reveals hidden truths, paradise as creation perfected beyond imagination, justice as love's purifying fire, and mercy as God's ultimate victory over every form of darkness. The apocalypse of Peter wasn't just one man's vision. It was a window into the heart of divine love itself. Tonight, as you lay your head on your pillow, consider this. What if every choice you make is already echoing in eternity? What if the love pursuing you is more relentless than any darkness you've ever known? Thank you for joining me on this journey through the forbidden pages of the Apocalypse of Peter.